Hello everybody and welcome to The Grutch. My name is Rayshawn Link and we're here at Fitchburg High School this evening for a matchup between two boys varsity basketball teams. Your Fitchburg High School Red Raiders taking on the Colonials of Shrewsbury High School. And the first thing that stands out about the Colonials is height. They have a 6'8" center, senior John West, who sticks out basically like a sore thumb. Going to be interesting to see what Fitchburg can do to match up with such height. But Fitchburg Red Raiders are definitely a scrappy bunch. They'll definitely give everything they can as they compete out on the floor. And we'll see if they have what it takes to get their first win of the season, again, as they take on the Colonials of Shrewsbury High School. Again, my name is Rayshawn Link. We're here at the Doug Grutchfield Fieldhouse, The Grutch. We'll be back right after this. And we are underway here at the Grutch for the Red Raiders against the Colonials. Stevie Diaz controls the ball. He's at the top of the key, waiting to set something up. Down to Kenny Marte. Back up to Stevie Diaz. Stevie Diaz with the take. And it's no good. Rebound by number 21, John West. And here come the Colonials. And with the shot. And that shot is good by number 5, Ryan Caton. And here come the Colonials. Swing over to Donovan DeLeon. DeLeon looking to set something up. Dribble drive. Picks up his dribble. Back out to Stevie Diaz. Diaz into Comasano. And Comasano with the turnover. Here comes number 4, Cayman Warburton. Pulls up. No good. And a rebound. No good. And there's that guy, Mr. John West, for 2. Red Raiders get it up the court quickly. Stevie Diaz controls. Over to DeLeon. DeLeon with the pick from Marte. Over to Stevie Diaz. Stevie Diaz with 3. No good. Rebound to number 23, Harith Kasim. Back over to Kasim. Kasim in the corner. Back up top to West. Over to number 4, Cayman Warburton. And looks like we're going to have a foul on the play. Foul's going to be on number 23, Justin Comasana. Be Colonials ball out of bounds. Passes up to West, and West lays it up for 2. So quickly it's being established that John West is going to have his way down low, as the Red Raiders just really don't have many answers for the big man. And nice take by Kenny Marte for 2. Colonials bring the ball up near turnover. And that's going to be a good shot. It's number 23, Harith Kasim, with 2 more. So the Colonials out to a quick start, 8-2 here over the Red Raiders. Comasana with the shot. And that's going to be a foul. Foul's going to be on Montgomery Graham. So the Colonials will take the ball out. Ball's in to Cayman Warburton. Warburton gets it up across half court. Passes over to Warp. And the dunk is no good as John West tries to posterize one of the Red Raiders. But he'll be fouled and find his way to the free throw line for 2. That seems like it's going to be the philosophy of the Colonials today, is to get the ball inside to the big man. Again, the Raiders really have nobody who can match up with them size-wise, so dump it over the top. Let's see what can happen as West misses his first free throw. Comasana goes to the bench for number 11, Julio Torres. And West is no good on the second, but there is Kasim with the rebound, no good. And the Raiders quickly up to Donovan DeLeon. DeLeon with the pass inside, but it's no good. Turnover Raiders. And here come the Colonials. Shot is up, no good. Kasim coming out aggressive, but he's unable to hit that one. And it looks like it's going to be a foul on the Raiders. So it's going to remain Colonials basketball. Colonials look to set up their inbounds play. Again, they lead 8-2, 5:15 remaining here in the first quarter. West gets it into the top of the key, back down low to West. And that's going to be a travel on the big man. So, a little unorthodox as he tried to gather and put the shot up, but he's called for too many steps, and the Raiders will take over. Stevie Diaz brings the ball up over half court, and that's into Torres. Torres dribble drive, and that's no good. And there's another rebound by the Raiders, and it's up, and that basket is good by Torres. Torres with the nice up and under scoop layup over the big man. West gets it over to the wing. And looks like Cayman Warburton was a little out of control as he tried to dribble. And West is off with the basket. And that rebound is to Kenny Marte. Marte gets it up to Julio Torres. Torres with the nice hesitation move. Loses control, and it's going to be a jump ball. And looks like possession arrow is going to stay with the Raiders. And looks like we're going to have a little confusion here on the court as the refs try to get things sorted out. And looks like there's a change. It's going to be actually the Colonials basketball. So Colonials will take over after the jump ball. And the pass is into Warburton. Warburton with the defense of Stevie Diaz. Gets it over half court. Over to number 34, Cade Nelson, who throws the ball away. Picked off by Donovan DeLeon. DeLeon up to Stevie Diaz. Stevie Diaz with the pass over to the corner. And Kenny Marte is long with the shot. It's going to be an air ball out of bounds, and the Colonials are going to take over. Four minutes remaining here in the first quarter, and the Colonials lead 8-4 over the Fitchburg Red Raiders. So again, still looks like there's a little confusion at the scores table, but we're all set, ready to go. As Ryan Caton gets the ball in to Warburton. Warburton gets it over to half court. Warburton gets it into West. West throws the ball away. It's going to be out of bounds. Red Raider basketball. So West is a little out of control here. He has the size, but so far his skills have just not been matching up, and he's had a couple bad plays here for the Colonials. Torres takes it up, and he's fouled. So Julio Torres is going to get to the free throw line. And that foul is going to be on Omar Apudaleb, a sophomore forward for the Colonials. For Omar's parents, I apologize if I butchered that last name. Either way, a foul on him. So Julio Torres at the line. Misses the first. So let's see if Julio can take advantage of the free throw and nail his second. And the second one's no good, and West is there with the rebound. Here come the Colonials on the break, and that's going to be a charge. Montgomery Graham there to take that charge, and that's going to be another turnover. Fitchburg Red Raiders will take over. Pass into Stevie Diaz. Diaz gets it in. Gets it down to Marte. Marte with the shot, and it's good. Kenny Marte with a quick 4 points. And the score is now 8-6. Colonials lead the Red Raiders. Marte with the good defense at the free throw line. Somehow Stevie Diaz ends up on West. Shot is up, no good. And that rebound is to Kenny Marte. Marte gets the ball up to Donovan DeLeon. DeLeon with the pass, but it's a turnover as Montgomery Graham was unable to control that. And that's going to be a charge. Donovan DeLeon was able to set his feet, and that charge is going to be called on Harith Kasim of the Colonials. So the Colonials are going to make some changes as the Red Raiders take over the ball out of bounds underneath the basket. Passes in. Julio Torres goes up, and 2 for Julio Torres. And a steal. And Stevie Diaz with the steal in the lay. Red Raiders playing some inspired basketball here today. Again, might not have the size that the Colonials have, but they definitely have the heart as number 15, Omar Abutalib, makes the shot. Shots up, no good. 25, Kenny Marte gets the rebound. No good again. Passes up to Julio Torres. Julio Torres takes it to the basket. No good on the shot. So the Colonials are set up, top of the key. As it scores 10-10 with 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Passes to West. And that pass is no good, but West is there for the follow. Not much you can do with the big man of that height when you don't really have much size. He's just going to have his way in the paint with the rebounds. Pass up to the top of the key. Back to the wing to Montgomery Graham. Montgomery Graham finds Kenny Marte, but Marte shoots an air ball. And here come the Colonials. Top of the key to West. West dribble drive. Foul and 1. So West will get to the free throw line. Couple changes for the Fitchburg Red Raiders. And West will take his free throw, and he's able to hit that one. 1:22 remaining here in the first quarter. The Shrewsbury Colonials lead the Fitchburg Red Raiders by a score of 15-10. High school varsity basketball here at the Grutch in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. Pass to the top of the key. Into the paint to Montgomery Graham. Back to the top of the key. Over to George Gayton. Gayton dribbles back up to the top of the key. Daniel Edmonds into Montgomery Graham. Montgomery Graham, and that's going to be a travel. So some nice ball movement. Daniel Edmonds able to find Montgomery Graham, but Graham just unable to get anything going. So Colonials will take over. Andrew Hartelius brings the ball up and looks to set things up for the Colonials. And that's going to be a three-point attempt, which is no good. Daniel Edmonds with the rebounds. And that should have been a kickball, but it wasn't called. Finds George Gayton in the corner for three. No good. And the Colonials will get the rebound. Colonials bringing it up. Dribbling in the West. West with the layup. And it's good. Near turnover, and it is turned over. Bad pass by Stevie Diaz, picked off by the Colonials. And that's going to be an offensive foul on number 4, Cayman Warburton. Used his elbow to throw a little chicken wing into the Fitchburg defender. So the Raiders will take over. Gabriel Rivera will check in at point guard as Stevie Diaz will take a rest. Edmonds over to Gabriel, and that's a shot up by Edmonds, and it's good for 3. Daniel Edmonds with the three-pointer scores 17-13 Colonials, and there's a steal, and that shot is up, but it's going to be no good as it was off after the buzzer. Either way, the Fitchburg Red Raiders are playing some inspired basketball here today, but they still find themselves trailing to the Shrewsbury Colonials by a score of 17-13. It's the end of the first quarter. We're here at the Grutch in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. We'll be back right after this. And we're back here at the Grutch in Fitchburg, Massachusetts, the Doug Grutchfield Fieldhouse, as your Fitchburg Red Raiders take on the Shrewsbury Colonials. Colonials currently leading the Raiders as we start the second quarter by a score of 17-13. And here come the Raiders. George Gayton dribbles it in. Pass over to Daniel Edmonds. Edmonds into Julio Torres. Torres has the ball slapped away, able to recover, and that's going to be a jump ball. And the Colonials will take over. And Warburton takes it all the way to the basket. Rivera gets it in to Torres, and that's going to be a travel. So the Colonials will take over. Side out of bounds as the Fitchburg Red Raiders commit another turnover. Warburton dribble drive. It's covered by Edmonds. And that's going to be a foul called on the Raiders as Warburton was able to get to the basket. And that foul is going to be called on Jaden Perez of the Red Raiders. So Warburton will be at the line for 2. Looking to extend the lead for the Colonials. And the first one's good. And Warburton misses the second. Perez with the rebound. Gets it over to Gayton. Gayton over to Edmonds. Edmonds to Rivera. Rivera to Torres. Torres back to Edmonds as the Raiders are looking to set something up here. And Rivera with the 2. Good drive. And West is going to, actually they're going to call a foul on that. So that foul is going to be on Julio Torres. And it looks like the Raiders are in the bonus, so that'll be 1-1 for the Colonials. And thank you very much to Liv Smith, who just delivered a nice hot coffee. Excellent. So it looks like West is going to go 1 for 2 at the line. He's having a tough time at the line today. Either way, he does give a little of an extension to the to the Colonials, and the Raiders will take over. Scores 21-15 here in the second quarter. Shots up, and it's good. That'll be a 3 for Jaden Perez. And the score is now 21-18. Colonials lead. Warburton gets it over to West. West dribble drive, and that's blocked. Great defense by Kenny Marte. 6:18 remaining here in the second quarter. Again, the Colonials lead 21-18. West gets it in. Over to Warburton. Warburton back down to West. West goes up, and that's going to be 2 more. Gabriel Rivera over to Kenny Marte. Marte probably should have just gone right up with that. But instead, he pulls it out. Gets it over to Edmonds. Edmonds gets it back to Rivera. Rivera off the pick. And that shot's up. No good. Jaden Perez had a nice look after the dribble drive by Rivera. Rivera gets the ball back, shoots it. No good. But the Raiders are there again with another rebound by George Gayton. So the Raiders will look to set something up. Gabriel Rivera gets it over to Gayton. Gayton with the 3. And that's going to be an air ball. And that shot's no good. So the Colonials get the ball in. Andrew Hartless gets it in. Gets it down low to West. And that shot's almost blocked by Montgomery Graham. But West will get back to the free throw line for 2 more. Red Raiders are playing some inspired defense here. Overmatched by the oversized John West, but they're doing a great job on the big man. Even though he's able to score some points, they're doing a good job making it tough for him as he's able to hit his first free throw. So look to hit his second here after his 3rd trip to the free throw line. And he's no good on the second. And that's going to be off the Raiders. So the Colonials will take the Colonials will take the ball side out of bounds as they get it up and over to John West. John West travels, and that's a turnover. Fitchburg Raiders will take over. Again, he's definitely putting up the points, but they're making it tough for him, and that's exactly what you want to see from the Red Raiders. So Stevie Diaz will bring the ball up, looking to get going as it's been a pretty slow day for him so far tonight. Jaden Perez gets the ball at the top of the key, pulls up for 3, no good. Ball's up to Warburton. Warburton on the move, and that shot's going to be blocked by Gabriel Rivera. So the Colonials will take the ball out. And it's going to be some confusion here. It looks like maybe a complaint for the cheering section of the Fitchburg High School Red Raiders. Looks like the refs weren't too happy with what was being said over there by some of the fans as they were getting a little too close to the court. Either way, game's back on, and the Colonials will take over. And it's going to be a foul on Donovan DeLeon. So West is going to find his way back to the free throw line. And the first one's good. And he's good with the second. Stevie Diaz looking to set it up. Gets it over to Rivera. Rivera into Stone. Stone back to Rivera. And that's going to be a travel. Not really sure. I saw a travel there, but either way, Colonials are going to take over. Passes in the West. West covered by Stone. West dribble drive, no good. And DeLeon with the rebound. DeLeon to Edmonds. Edmonds takes it in, but that shot is sent back by West. What a foul on the play. Looks like a foul is going to be called on Ryan Caton of the Colonials. So the Raiders will take the ball out of bounds. Pass kicked up to the top of the key to Rivera. Rivera over to DeLeon. DeLeon looking for the screen from Stone. DeLeon takes the ball in. No good. Rebound by Stone. Stone out to Rivera. And that's going to be a 3-second call on Stone. Turnover Raiders. Ball back to the Colonials. So West is going to look to get things going, but it's stolen by Edmonds. Edmonds on the break. A little out of control. Looks like he steps on the line, and it's going to be another turnover by the Raiders. Under the circumstances, you would have liked for Daniel to kind of under control, take his time, and set things up so that the Raiders could have got the score down a little bit more. The deficit down a little bit more. But either way, it'd be a turnover. As West looks to get a shot up, which is no good. And here comes the Raiders. Stevie Diaz with the dribble. And that's another turnover, but it's quickly turned right back over by the Colonials. So the Raiders will take over. Diaz gets the ball in. Kicked up top to Marte. Marte back to Stevie Diaz. Stone gets a shot block, but there's Marte with the rebound, and that basket's good. Relentless effort there by Kenny Marte as he was able to get the offensive rebound, put the shot up, and get two. Shots up, no good. Pass to the corner, but it's stolen by Kenny Marte. And it's going to be a timeout by the Raiders. So with 2:54 remaining in the second quarter, the Shrewsbury High School Colonials lead the Fitchburg Red Raiders by a score of 26-20. We'll be back right after this. All right, and we're back to the Grutch here at Fitchburg High School in Fitchburg, Massachusetts, as the Shrewsbury Colonials are taking on the Fitchburg Red Raiders. Colonials currently hold a 26-20 lead, but the Raiders, again, like always, playing some inspired basketball, looking to get things going. Nice take by DeLeon, and that too is good. Got it right up and under the big man. And that's going to be a foul. Foul called on Stevie Diaz as he was applying pressure to Cayman Warburton. So Warburton will be at the line for free throws. Raiders now in the double bonus, so this will be two shots at the line. First one's good. Warburton's fourth points of the day. And he's good on the second. So here comes DeLeon. Gets it over to Stevie Diaz. Stevie Diaz with the three. No good. Rebound Raiders. Diaz gets it over to De Leon. De Leon with the dribble drive, kicks it back out to Kenny Marte, and that's a push-off. I mean, that was pretty obvious. That was a jumbo chicken wing there by Kenny Marte. So the Colonials will take over after yet another turnover by the Fitchburg Red Raiders. Colonials taking the ball out, gets it into Warburton. 2 minutes left in the half. Colonials lead 28-22. Great defense there by Stevie Diaz. Warburton no good on the shot. Red Raiders unable to corral that rebound, and the Colonials will get it back, and the shot's up, and that three is good. Harith Kasim. So Diaz will look to get something set up top of the key, swings it over to De Leon. De Leon gets it into Comasana. Comasana gets it over to the wing. And that shot is up. And that shot's no good. Xavier Guillon misses the shot. Nice pass to Comasana. And Comasana gets the lay-in. Great look by Montgomery Graham. 1 minute remaining in the half. The Colonials lead 31-24. And that's going to be a timeout by the Colonials. So just under a minute remaining. The Colonials lead 31-24 over the Fitchburg Red Raiders. With just under a minute, we're here at the Grutch in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. We'll be back right after this. Welcome everybody back to the Grutch. Rayshawn Link here with Fitchburg High School Red Raiders varsity basketball, where the Raiders are facing the Colonials and are currently down by a score of 31-24 with just under a minute remaining in the first half. Warburton with the dribble, gets it in the West, and West with the dunk. De Leon with the take, right over the big man. That's two more for the Raiders. Pass up to Diaz. Diaz with the lay, and it's no good. And Xavier there with the putback. Gulan Johnny on the spot. And another push-off, but the Raiders are not getting the calls. And that's going to be a foul on West. Looks like a bit of a makeup call as the Warburton there, the guard for the Colonials, is consistently pushing off, but the refs just aren't calling it. So I think that was a bit of a makeup call by the referees as they called the illegal screen on West. Either way, Fitchburg Red Raiders get the call and be their ball side out with 15 seconds remaining in the half. Raiders get the ball in them. Donovan De Leon. De Leon looking to get something set up. And the ball is stolen. And that's going to be a foul on Stevie Diaz as Harith Kasim went in for the lay after the costly turnover by Donovan De Leon. The Raiders have to be a little smarter with the basketball. With 15 seconds remaining in the half, there's no reason why they should not have gotten the final shot of the half as Kasim is off with his first free throw. Just have to be a little bit smarter, but when you have a young squad, those are the things that you have to work through, those types of growing pains. But either way, still a pretty close game as the Raiders are playing some inspired basketball and keeping this one close. And Kasim is good with the second. So the Raiders get the ball in. 2 seconds left. Xavier Gulan gets it up, and it's no good. So that's the end of the first half. Fitchburg Red Raiders playing some very tough basketball as they are able to get the deficit a little bit smaller, but here at the half, they trail the Shrewsbury High School Colonials by a score of 34-28. My name is Rayshawn Link. We're here at the Grutch in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. We'll be back right after this. And we're back here at the Grutch for half 2. Shrewsbury Colonials against the Fitchburg Red Raiders. Fitchburg made a valiant effort towards the end of the first half to get things a little bit closer. They're now down by a score of 34-28. I'd say going into this second half, they're definitely going to have to get control of Mr. West, John West of Shrewsbury. The 6'8 center had 19 first half points. Harith Kasim, number 23 for the Colonials, also with a decent half, 6 points. And for the Red Raiders, they were led in the first half scoring-wise by Kenny Marte, who chipped in 6 points. And so not the start the Red Raiders were looking for, as they're going to have a turnover on a shot clock violation to start the second half. Colonials will take over. Colonials dribble the ball up over half court. Near steal by Komasana. Will remain Colonials basketball. Colonials get the ball in, find West down low. And that's going to be another travel. Mr. West with numerous turnovers today. And the Raiders will take over. Be nice if this half the Raiders can get Stevie Diaz going, as he usually is their leading scorer, and that's going to be another turnover for the Raiders. So the Raiders, starting the second half with consecutive turnovers, really want to take advantage, as, you know, if they were able to score points on those drives, they'd be down by only 2 at this point. But turnovers, basically the Achilles heel of the Raiders so far this season, continues to plague them. So Colonials will take the ball over. But again, to start the second half, Colonials really haven't done much either, as they've been a victim of the turnover bug as well. And that basket's good by John West. DeLeon gets the ball over to Marte. Marte to Komasana. Komasana with the shot. No good. That's Warburton with the rebound. And that pass is stolen by Stevie Diaz. Stevie Diaz goes up. And he's fouled. Great play by the Raider guard. So he'll get one more from the free throw line. Fabulous defensive play. Looks like Diaz got a bit of a bloody nose as he was fouled on that play. So Coach McCall will send Daniel Edmonds into the game to shoot the free throw for Mr. Diaz. Fantastic play by the Red Raider guard. So as the referees sort things out, Edmonds will step to the free throw line for the free throw. And it's good. Edmonds with his 4th point of the game. So here comes Warburton, covered by Edmonds. Shots up, no good. Kenny Marte with the rebound. Up to Edmonds. And he had DeLeon wide open, but he just couldn't find him. Montgomery Graham will look to set things up. Gets it into Kenny Marte. Kenny Marte and Justin Komasana. Komasana with the move, and that's sent right back. Got to go up a little bit stronger than that. You got a 6'8 center who is just overpowering. Can't put the ball up softly like that. And nice steal by DeLeon. DeLeon goes up, and that shot is good. DeLeon with his 6th point of the game. And the Raiders are now down 36-33. Colonials ball underneath. 5:33 remaining here in the third quarter. Shots up. Air ball. Kenny Marte with the rebound. So let's see if the Raiders can set things up and get a good shot here. Get this deficit, and that's another turnover. Shot's no good. Rebound by the Colonials. Shots up, and that shot is good by Harith Kasim. And the score is now Colonials 38, Raiders 33. Raiders just seem to be their own worst enemy at this point. Every time it looks as though they want to creep a little bit closer and maybe either tie up the game or get down to at least a 1-point deficit, it's a costly turnover. So they just got to stop shooting themselves in the foot if they want to get this game tied up and possibly take the lead and go on to win the game. But plenty of time for that. We'll see what happens. We'll step aside as there's a timeout on the floor. With 4:58 remaining in the third quarter, the Colonials lead the Raiders by a score of 38-33. We'll be right back. So we're back here at the Grutch. Rayshawn Link on the microphone as the Colonials of Shrewsbury High School currently lead the Red Raiders of Fitchburg High School by a score of 38-33. 4:55 remaining here in the third quarter. And the Raiders will look to cut. And that's going to be another turnover by the Red Raiders as they just continue to shoot themselves in the foot. Coach Graham calls out the play to his Red Raiders. Near steal by West. Nice steal by DeLeon. And here come the Raiders. Hopefully he can be a little smarter with the ball this time around. Pass to Kenny Marte. Kenny Marte dribble drive. No good. And that ball's out of bounds, and that's going to remain Red Raider basketball. Good take by Marte. Just got to finish. 4:18 remaining in the third quarter. Colonials lead the Raiders by a score of 38-33. Passes into Graham. Graham up top to Marte. Marte over to Edmonds. Edmonds with the three, and that's going to be no good. And it looks like it's going to be a foul called. That foul is going to be called on Ryan Caton. So Daniel Edmonds is going to get a trip to the free throw line for 3 shots. Let's see if he can capitalize and cut this deficit down to only 2. And he's good on the first. And he's good on the second. And Edmund. And that's going to be a lane violation on the Raiders, so that last free throw is no good. Either way, he was able to hit 2, and the score is now 38-35. The Colonials lead the Red Raiders with 4:12 remaining here in the third quarter. Colonials will take over. Get the inbounds pass into West. Back to West at the top of the key. Back over to West on the wing. Montgomery Graham doing a fabulous job defensively. Great defense by the Raiders. Montgomery Graham did an excellent job denying John West of the basketball. Kenny Marte was able to come over and steal the ball as they tried to throw the ball over the top to West in the paint. Great job defensively by the Red Raiders as they'll take over with 3:38 remaining and down by 3. Near steal there by the Raiders. Nice pass. And the shot's good by Kenny Marte. The Colonial lead down to just 1. Great defense by Daniel Edmonds, but the Colonials will remain in possession of the basketball. Passes into Warburton. Daniel Edmonds applying pressure right at the mid-court stripe. Warburton gets the ball over to Cole Fisher. Fisher looking for some help as he picks up his dribble. Back over to Warburton. Fisher into West. West with the steal. With the turnover. Here comes Edmonds, and that's going to be a jump ball. Great defense there by the Colonials. And that's actually going to be a foul called on the Colonials. One ref had a jump ball, the other one had a foul. We'll take the foul. So that's going to be Edmonds back at the free throw line for 2 more shots. And the first one is good, and the Raiders have now tied up the basketball game with 2:55 remaining in the third quarter. The score is now 38-38. Great basketball game here at the Grutch tonight. And Edmonds gives the Raiders the lead for the first time this evening. They now lead by a score of 39-38. And here comes Warburton. Warburton out to the corner. Corner shot up, no good. Montgomery Graham with the rebound. As he brings the ball up, Montgomery Graham with the take. Gets it into DeLeon. Dan DeLeon turns the ball over. And Warburton comes down court. And he's going to be fouled. And the shot's no good. The Raiders really need to do a better job of possession with the basketball. Way too many turnovers at crucial possessions of the game. Just got to be a lot smarter with the ball. So Cayman Warburton will be at the line for 2 shots. And he's good with the first. And Warburton is able to hit his second. So the score is now 40-39. The Colonials lead. Good play by the Raiders, breaking the press, and Edmonds with 2 more. I forgot I was doing play-by-play for a second. I was like, don't foul. So Daniel Edmonds is going to get a rest after some spirited play. Great job by Mr. Edmonds, hitting some crucial free throws as well as some 3-pointers. And West puts the ball up and he's fouled. He's going to get 2 more and another trip to the free throw line. So John West is going to get another free throw. And that basket's good. Stevie Diaz back into the game. Red Raiders looking to get something set up here as they trail by 2 points. Back up to the top of the key to DeLeon. DeLeon to Torres. Torres into Marte. Dribble drive DeLeon. Shots up. No good. And West is there for the rebound. Colonials get the ball up quickly. And that's a great foul by Kenny Marde. It looked like John West was going to go up for another dunk. Kenny Marde wisely fouls him. He's going to make him earn him at the line. No easy baskets here at the Grutch. And West is no good on the first. And West is good with the second. Colonials with a 3-point lead. Scores 44-41 with a minute 39 remaining in the third quarter. And the shot's up. Montgomery Graham's going to be fouled by John West. So Graham's going to get a trip to the free throw line. 1:32 remaining here in the third quarter. Fitchburg trails by a score of 44-41. And Graham is no good on the first. And Graham is good with the second. So 1 for 2 at the line. Score is now 44-42 as the Colonials lead the Raiders by 2 points. Colonials swinging the ball, but that's going to be a travel. Travel on number 3, Abraham Vitacori. Red Raiders take the ball over. Let's see if they can get this score tied again before the end of the third quarter. To the corner. Shots up. And that's going to be a turnover on the Colonials. As the Raiders will take the ball over with 1:03 remaining here in the third quarter. And the Raiders leading 45-44. Passes into Graham. Graham over to DeLeon. DeLeon dribble drive. Near turnover. Stevie Diaz in the corner. Up fake. Shot up. No good. That shot would have probably brought the house down. It's going to be a foul on Stevie Diaz. So Cayman Warburton's going to be at the line for 2 shots. 48 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. And the Red Raiders leading by a score of 45-44. Shots up. And it's good. So Warburton will get his second shot here. It's up. No good. And Warburton with the rebound. That shot is blocked by Graham. DeLeon with the rebound. DeLeon gets it over to Graham. And that ball is thrown away out of bounds. And the Raiders just can't get out of their own way this evening. Yet another costly turnover, so I'm going to have to play some defense here. See if they can hold the Colonials scoreless as we count down the final 30 seconds of the half. And right on cue, John West with another 2. 20 seconds remaining. Let's see if the Raiders can get a good shot here. George Gayton over to Graham. Graham finds Perez in the corner. Shots up, no good. Warburton with the rebound. And West with another 2. So that's the end of the third quarter. The Shrewsbury High School Colonials lead the Fitchburg Red Raiders by a score of 49-45. We'll be back to the Doug Grutchfield Fieldhouse right after this. So we are here back at the Doug Grutchfield Fieldhouse here at Fitchburg High School, where the Colonials lead the Raiders by a score of 49-45. Great defense by Donovan DeLeon, and that's going to be a foul. Just a little too aggressive as he tried to cover Warburton. And Warburton will get to the line. And Warburton's good on the first. And Warburton is good on the second. Warburton getting a majority of his points from the free throw line. Montgomery Graham with the take. No good. With the rebound. Back out to DeLeon. DeLeon to Perez. Perez with the shot. And West with the rebound. Colonials get the ball quickly up the court. Shots up. And that three-pointer is good by number 5, Ryan Caton. And just that quickly, the score is 54-45. Colonials lead the Raiders. Passing to Torres. Torres with the take. DeLeon with the that is actually Graham with the follow. Excuse me. Shots up. No good. And near save by Donovan DeLeon, but ball remains in Colonial possession. So John West will take the ball out, quickly gets it in. Back into the paint to West. Shots up and it's good. Too easy. He's just too tall. George Caton with the shot. And that three is good. First 3 points of the game for George Caton. Narrows the lead by the Colonials to 56-50. Another three put up by the Colonials. And this is a 4-point play possibility. Ryan Caton, good with the three, and he's fouled. So Caton to get another free throw. And that shot's good. 6 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Colonials lead by 10, 60-50. DeLeon with the shot. No good. Colonials get the ball quickly over half court. Swinging the ball, gets it back down low to West. West, nice move inside, and he's fouled. So it looks like they're just going to feed their big man and try to let him bring this one home. He'll head back to the free throw line for 2 more. And it looks like instead we're going to have a timeout by the Colonials. So with 5:40 remaining here in the fourth quarter, the Shrewsbury High School Colonials lead your Fitchburg High School Red Raiders by a score of 60-50. And we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Grutch. Rayshawn Link here for Fitchburg High School basketball. The Colonials lead the Red Raiders by a score of 60-50. And John West is good at the free throw line. And he's off with the second. George Gayton with the rebound. And the Colonials will come out in 2-3. And Gayton's good for another one. Nice three-point shot by George Gayton. And there's a steal by the Raiders. Stone comes up with it quickly to Montgomery Graham, over to Gayton again for a three. And it's good. George Gayton with 3 threes in a row to narrow that lead. And that's going to be Ryan Kamen with the shot. Graham gets it over to Gayton again. Graham over to DeLeon. And that's going to be a turnover by the Raiders as a foul is called on Montgomery Graham for the illegal screen. So John West is going to get the ball over half court. Looking to get things set up. Warburton with the ball. Dribble drive. Shot's no good. Nice rebound by George Gayton as he gets the ball quickly up court. Stevie Diaz with the ball. Gets it over to Gayton. Gayton over to DeLeon. DeLeon gets it over to Stevie Diaz. Stevie Diaz with the shot. Step back. And that three is good. So the score is now 63-59. Red Raiders trail by 4. 3:43 remaining in the game. Near turnover, but the Colonials will remain in possession of the basketball. Red Raiders are just not going to let the Colonials walk away with this one. They're going to make them earn it. Passing to Warburton. Warburton to Caton. Caton no good. And that rebound is collected by Kenny Marte. And that's going to be a foul on Kenny Marte. It's going to be the 5th foul on Kenny Marte, so looks like he's going to be done for the game. So Kenny Marte is going to be done for the game. He's going to finish with 8 points on the night. Colonials are going to take over the basketball with 3:28 remaining in the game. And that pass is into West. No good. And that's an air ball. Number 13, Cole Fisher with the air ball. And the Red Raiders will take over, trailing by just 4 points with 3:20 remaining here in the game. Stevie Diaz with the take. Gets it into Stone. Stone no good with the shot. And it's going to be a foul called on Daniel Edmonds. Great look by Stevie Diaz. Stone just unable to get the shot up. He did have the 6'8" John West bearing down on him. Maybe just rushed it just a tad bit. So the Colonials will be back at the line as Ryan Caton will have a shot. And he hits his first. And Caton's no good with the second. Look like the Colonials are playing some form of extended 1-3-1 zone. Passes, shots up, but it's no good. Donovan DeLeon will find his way back to the free throw line. So DeLeon with 2 shots here with the opportunity to cut the lead down to 3 points. And he's good on the first. And DeLeon's good with the second. So that narrows the lead for the Colonials with 2:57 remaining here in the game. The Shrewsbury High School Colonials lead the Fitchburg High School Red Raiders by a score of 64-61. We'll be back right after this. And we're back here at the Grutch, Fitchburg High Varsity basketball, as the Raiders are looking to claw their way back into this game and hopefully steal a victory from the Shrewsbury High School Colonials. And a turnover. Donovan DeLeon brings the ball up, going right at the big man. And the shot's no good. DeLeon with the rebound. Over to Edmonds. Edmonds with the spin. And that's good. Daniel Edmonds with 2 more points. And the lead is cut down to just 1. Near steal by George Gayton. Shots off. Near steal by Stevie Diaz. And we have a Colonial down on the floor. It's going to be Ryan Caton who hit the floor hard. But he looks to be okay. After collision with Stevie Diaz. And it'll remain Colonials basketball with 2:06 remaining in the game. And the Colonials hanging on to a slim 64-63 lead over the Red Raiders. West gets the ball in. Warburton gets the ball into West. West with the spin, and the shot's good. DeLeon looking to set something up. Gets it to Diaz. Stone with the screen. Diaz with the shot. Stone with the rebound. And it's up and good! One-point lead. Just over a minute to go in the game. And the Colonials are going to call a timeout. 1:20 remaining in the game. The Colonials' lead is cut down to just 1 point as the score is 66-65. We'll be back to the Grutch in a moment. Welcome back to the Grutch, everybody, as we're here for the home stretch. 1:20 remaining in the game, and the Shrewsbury Colonials lead by a score of 66-65 over the Fitchburg Red Raiders as John West immediately gets the 2-point bucket. Stevie Diaz with the ball, top of the key, over to Donovan DeLeon. DeLeon with the take, and that shot is blocked by John West. So we're just at a minute left in the game. Colonials holding on to a 3-point lead. Colonials looking to put this one away, gets it over to West. Warburton looking to do something. He's going to put up the 3. That shot's no good. Daniel Edmonds gets the ball. And he's going to bring it down. And he's going to go all the way for 2. 30 seconds remain. Red Raiders down by 1. Warburton's going to take it all the way, and he's going to be fouled. So Warburton's going to get another trip to the line. He has literally lived at the line this evening. Out of his 10 points, 8 of them have been from the free throw line. And he's good with the first. So Warburton's going to get one more. Let's see if he's able to capitalize.
Get the girl off the court.
And he's no good. And the Raiders are able to come away with the basketball. 20 seconds remaining in the game. Passes over to Edmonds, and that shot is blocked. Warburton with the defensive play of the game. So with 13 seconds remaining, the Colonials are going to have the ball. What an opportunity by the Red Raiders. As they secured the rebounds, Donovan DeLeon was able to find Daniel Edmonds under the basket on the break, but that was a great defensive play by Kamen Warburton, who was able to block the shot and then secure the rebound, gaining possession of the ball by the Shrewsbury Colonials. That was a game-winning play there, so the Raiders are going to have to come out and work really hard to get this ball back with just 13 seconds remaining in the game, down by 2 points. As the players take the floor to finish this one up, Daniel Edmonds with a beautiful opportunity, but Kamen Warburton was up for the task, and Johnny on the spot able to block the shot. Colonials will have the ball side out. And they're going to send John West to the free throw line. So with 12 seconds left in the game, the big center, John West, is going to get to the free throw line. See if he can ice this one, as the Colonials currently hold a 2-point lead. So John West with his first, and it's good. John West looking to get his 38th point of the game, and it's no good. So we're going to have a violation called on the Colonials, and the Red Raiders to take over with 12 seconds. Down by 3. John West with a huge evening, putting up 37 points. So it's going to be a timeout called. 7 seconds left, but it looks like they're going to put some additional time on the clock. Looks like it should be about at 10 seconds on the clock. We'll see if the referees can get that sorted out. but it definitely looks like it should be right around 10 seconds. Yeah, it looks like they're going to put 9.8 seconds back on the clock. Red Raiders possession of the basketball, down by 3 points. Let's see what Coach McCall can draw up in the huddle, as the Red Raiders are going to need 3 points to get this one tied up with just under 10 seconds remaining in the game. It's been a very great game by the Raiders. Great performances by Daniel Edmonds and Donovan DeLeon, keeping the Red Raiders in the game, but just no answer for the 6'8 John West. Again, he's got 37 points and basically has put the Colonials on his back, accounting for just about half of their points. So the timeout's over. The teams are taking the floor, and we'll see if the Red Raiders can get this game tied up, as they're going to need a 3-point shot. Stevie Diaz is going to take the ball in. And George Gayton. Gayton over the... And Stevie Diaz steps on the free throw line as he hits the 3-point shot, which would have tied the game. So with 6 seconds left in the game, the Colonials are going to take over with a 3-point lead as Stevie Diaz hits the 3-pointer, but instead of tying the ball game, it seems as though he steps on the line and it's a turnover. The ball goes back over to the Colonials. Quick foul by DeLeon, and that's going to put the Colonials back at the free throw line with 5.4 seconds remaining in the game. We'll step aside. 5 seconds left. Colonials lead the Raiders 70-67. We'll be back right after this. And welcome back to the Grutch, everybody. As the Colonials are going to get a side out of bounds, not a free throw. Near turnover, but John West is going to be fouled. Just too tall. John West, just too tall for the Raiders. And it showed, as they just really had no answers. They were able to put up a great fight in this one, but just didn't have an answer for the 6'8 big man from Shrewsbury High School, who's looking to score his 38th and 39th points of the game. And West is no good on the first. Double bonus, so he'll get 2 shots. See if he can push this lead up to 4 with 4 seconds remaining in the game. This is a big free throw here for Mr. West. Shots up, and it's no good. George Gayton with the rebound, and a timeout is called by the Raiders with 3 seconds remaining as John West is unable to hit the free throws. And the Raiders are going to take over with 3 seconds left, down by 3. And we'll see if we can do it again. Stevie Diaz was able to hit the 3-pointer to tie the game on the last possession, but unfortunately stepped out of bounds on the shot attempt, and it was no good and went back over to the Colonials. So Raiders are going to get one more opportunity here as John West, the big man, was unable to take advantage of those free throws, and the Colonial lead remains at 3. This has been one hell of a game here at the Grutch. Spirited effort by the Red Raiders. Undersized with the fact that they don't have much size to compete with the big man John West, but they fought hard, they competed, and that's all you can ask for an undersized team. And now they are here with 3 seconds remaining in the game, down by 3, with the opportunity to get one final chance to tie this ball game. Raiders have 3 seconds left, gonna have to go the length of the court. So we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna necessarily say they're gonna need a miracle here, but they're gonna need a miracle. DeLeon with the ball, looking to get it in. Gets it into George Gay, and he's fouled immediately. So the Raiders are going to get another opportunity. 2.2. Seems as though the strategy for Shrewsbury is going to be to foul. Looks like they'd rather put him at the line for 2 rather than giving them the 3-point opportunity. They're just going to have to make sure that they don't foul if the Raiders are able to get off a good 3-point shot. And that's going to be a turnover, and that's going to be the ball game. So another valiant effort here by the Fitchburg Red Raiders varsity boys basketball team, but just unable to get it done, as they're going to fall to the Shrewsbury Colonials here at the Grutch by a score of 70-67. John West for the Shrewsbury Colonials led the way with 37 points. And for the Fitchburg Raiders, they were led by Daniel Edmonds, who chipped in 14 points, with Donovan DeLeon helping out with 8 of his own. Again, it was a valiant effort by the Raiders, maybe just a little undersized to be able to compete with the 6'8 John West. Either way, tip of the hat to the Red Raiders, as even though they continue to search for their first win, and we're at the midway point of the season, they continue to play hard, they continue to fight, and they make it tough for majority of the teams that come into the Grutch looking for a victory. But as it goes, the Fitchburg Red Raiders are going to fall to the Colonials by a score of 70-67. And that'll do it here at the Grutch. My name is Rayshawn Link. I want to thank you for joining us. We'll be back here next time for more Red Raider basketball. Have a great evening, everybody.